Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Please, your comments are most important to us. Do leave a comment after watching or send us your voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. Please, I would like you to join me listening to what we have for you today and leave a comment after watching as well. Thank you.
That he has come under enormous pressure from all manner of persons for him to discontinue the prosecution of Dr. Kesla Tuforsen, a minority leader. But he has not yielded. That he has video evidence of Kesla Tuforsen, Dr. Kesla Tuforsen, coming to meet him and to plead with him to discontinue the prosecution. And he has refused to do so.
Well, these are nothing but the words of a liar.
Why?
Nothing but sheer desperation of a sinking, or if you like, a drowning man. Drowning men always clutch onto straws. And that is what desperate Godfred Dame has been reduced to, trying to clutch onto straws. What he's saying is tantamount to a thief who is caught in Kejetia, saying that, oh, don't crucify me because another thief stole ught. That is what he's saying. So you have been exposed for your professional misconduct, unethical behavior, and criminal conduct in court by an accused person testifying under oath. You could not object to that evidence in court. In open court, when that evidence was given, you could not object, you could not contest it. You could not even apply to the court for it to be struck out, which is what any lawyer who thinks he's innocent would do. Who thinks that a certain piece of evidence is vexatious, flimsy, frivolous, scandalous, would do. He could not do that. He was in court himself. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you. You could not do that. Like a coward, you were shivering in your chair. Okay? Totally silent, couldn't utter a word. Because he was clearly scared of what the ramifications was going to be if he dared the accused person, Mr. Richard Jakpa. Because he actually said, if you dare me, I will open the Pandora's box. And Godfred Dame, the coward, was shivering in his seat, couldn't utter a word. Now, after the court proceedings ends, he now comes into the media to issue a press release to obfuscate the issues, making counter allegations. Why did he lose his mojo in court? Why couldn't he make those allegations in court? In any case, let's subject what he's saying to common sense. You are a prosecutor who claims to be fighting corruption. Somebody comes to you, according to your claim, to compromise you not to do your job that you're obliged to do under law. Is that person not engaging in the commission of a crime?
Yes.
So since that incident happened, what has he done about it? Has he even spoken about it before?
He only said he refused.
Why did he have to? If Martin Pebu is a prosecutor and you try to influence him to drop a case, you think that he will be quieter and wait for the day he is exposed in court before he will throw that in? So clearly this is a desperate man who is trying to clutch onto straws because he knows that his sins have found him out. His day of reckoning has come. His cup is full. He is drowning under the weight of his criminal conduct. And therefore, he needs to equalize, obfuscate issues. You see, let's get something clear here. The context of this discussion is very important. This is not an issue between the NDC and the MPP. The NDC has not made any allegation against Godfred Dame as far as this Tuforsen case is concerned. Even Tuforsen, our minority leader, has not made any allegation against Godfred Dame, the Attorney General. This is not about politicians trading accusations in the media. So when you see Godfred Dame issue a statement, and in the first paragraph of the statement, trying to reduce this to allegations from NDC people, that is the word of a liar. He is trying to turned this issue into political football so that he can exculpate liability. Because he knows that in this country, once the matter becomes NDC MPP, the noise doesn't allow people to appreciate the truth. And that is the game plan he's playing. That is why he got his surrogates like Paul Adomotre to put out that circus on TV.
We don't know that.
Okay, I know that. You understand? What is the issue about if it is not an NDC MPP matter? This is a criminal trial involving the leader of the NDC caucus in Parliament. Government is prosecuting him for his role in the procurement of 200 ambulances for the state. As you may be aware, sometime in November 2012, the then NDC Mills government entered into an agreement with a company called Big C Trading LLC to supply 200 ambulances to the Ministry of Health and by extension Ghana. At the time, Honorable Atuforsen was not even in government. He got appointed as deputy minister under NDC2, John Mahama, okay, and served as deputy minister throughout that 4-year tenure. Now, in 2014, on the authority of his boss, the substantive Minister of Finance, he wrote a letter to the Bank of Ghana for letters of credit to be established in favor of Big C's to serve as payment security for the supply of the ambulances. Now, the Attorney General contends that he wrote that letter without authorization and that some loss has been occasioned, and for that matter, he is responsible. He has occasioned that loss. We dispute that because there is ample evidence to show that he wrote that letter on the authority of the finance minister and that there was nothing unlawful about the letter he wrote and that letter has occasioned no financial loss. But because the matter is sub judice, I will not prejudice the matter. Let the court decide that. Now, Atuforsen has opened and closed his case. Okay? It is now the turn of the third accused person, who is a businessman, not an NDC member, a businessman called Richard Jakpa. He owns a company called Jakpa at Business Limited. And his company served as the Ghanaian agent of Big C. So Big C itself, which is a foreign company, is not being prosecuted. But their Ghanaian agent in the transaction, Jakpa at Business Limited, is being prosecuted. And they are the director or shareholder is the third accused. And it is now his time to do his case. Now, he was being cross-examined on the 23rd of May, 2024 by lawyers for Atuforsen, first accused. The lawyer who did the cross-examination was our own brother, Eduji Tamaklu. Now, in the course of the cross-examination, he was asked about the letter Atuforsen wrote to the Bank of Ghana for letters of credit to be issued. And what the lawyer sought to establish was that the letter was on the face of it, was with authorization of the finance minister because it had a seal of the finance minister. Which seal can only be given to a letter sanctioned by the finance minister.
And not
that was the question. So I have in my hand here, I'm not going to make up anything because this is a serious platform. The certified true copy of the record of proceedings of the High Court Financial and Economic Crime Division held in Accra on the 23rd of May 2024 before Her Ladyship Justice Efia Sewa Asaribuchi, Mrs. J, sitting as an additional High Court judge. This is the true account, certified true copy of what happened in court. Now, if you check from page 24, okay, just to know what happened. So the lawyer, page 24, asked, have a look at Exhibit B2, and I've sent you a soft copy of the record of proceedings. Have a look at Exhibit B2. Can you see a seal on Exhibit B2? This is the letter Atuforsen wrote to the Bank of Ghana. Then the witness, the third accused, Jakpa, answers, yes, my lady, I can see a security seal. Then the lawyer asks him again, can you tell the court what seal it is, if there is any name, agency, or Department of Ghana on it? Then he says, it is the Controller and Accountant General's Department security seal. Then the lawyer says, you will agree with me that without this seal from the Controller and Accountant General's Department, the Bank of Ghana will not honor the payment. Then the witness says, yes, my lady. And to explain further, there's a seal that is in the office of the Finance Minister. Any letter that originates from the office of the Minister of Finance if it is going to the Controller and Accountant General, carries the seal of authorization from the Ministry of Finance Office. And it goes on and on and on. Then Godfred Dame, I want you to know that he was in court. You see his name there, Honorable Dame.
Yes.
He rises to raise an objection. My lady, I am a little bit constrained to intervene because the Minister of Finance at that time was in court and testified about authorization. I wonder what Mr. Jakpa's business is to testify about authorization. So the court intervenes to correct the witness, okay? Then Dame comes in and says, just by force to defend other accused persons. So he was throwing a shot at Jakpa, but Jakpa was trying to defend other accused persons. So the court intervenes and says, no, that is not the point. Honorable Attorney General, do not talk. 2 days ago, you caused a third war here, so please. Then Gordon Tamaklo, lawyer for Atoforsen, intervenes. My lady, I do not know what the problem of the Attorney General is against A1 Atoforsen. Then by court, you people, please. Then Mr. Tamaklo, where from this defense? Is he defending him? Are we not entitled to cross-examination? No, what is this? Then the court intervenes. Mr. Tamaklo, I do not have a gavel. Please, all of you just resume your seats. Then Honorable Dame comes in, Attorney General. Why am I even calling him Honorable Dame? This Honorable Dame comes in.
Well,
my lady, the point I'm making is actually part of my objection. If my learned friend wants it to go on record, then let it be on record. Then Godwin Tamaklo, lawyer for Atoforsen, comes in. My lady, if he thinks the question is not properly asked, the question can be disallowed. Then the court comes in. So this goes on and on and on. Then Mr. Jakpa flares up and drops a bombshell. Okay? He says, my lady, I want to put on record that I am not here to defend A1, which is Atoforsen.
This is on page 8, eh?
Page 28.
28.
Okay? Then Mr. Jakpa continues, my lady, I have heard that, but I want to make it clear here that the Attorney General has on several occasions had meetings with me privately at odd hours, both in person and on phone, in respect of this case, to cooperate or answer questions in a manner that will make his case better against A1. And I have refused, and I have evidence to that. And so if he is accusing me here that I am here to defend A1, he has brought hostilities to my doorstep, and I am responding to the hostilities. And if he continues on this angle, I will open the Pandora box, and we will all know actually what transpired. He has brought it up, and I will give it to him. Then the court told him to sit down. And Mr. Jakpa continued, I am angry, because how can he accuse me to be defending A1 when I'm here to fight for my liberty? And he has been impressing on me to cooperate with him so that he can put A1 is Atoforsen, in jail. And I refuse. So he comes here to accuse me of defending A1. It is unacceptable. Then the court cautions him again. Then Mr. Jakpa says, so if he dares me, I will open the Pandora's box here. And I have evidence for that. He continues to say, let us slag out, and I am ready for that. The court had to contain him. Look, in all this, the court retired to chambers, came back, and all that. And rules. Yes. Right in all this, Godfred Dame could not utter a word. In fact, if you go on and on, you will see that the judge actually said, let whatever Mr. Jakpa, the accuser, said be captured on record. And that is why it is in the record of proceedings. So this is not an allegation from the NDC. And we in the NDC are saying that we are totally scandalized by this. We are disgusted and appalled by this revelation. Because this is not about a mere lawyer. This is about a man who is supposed to be an attorney general, a minister of justice. The man who is supposed to be the leader of our bar. And therefore must be an ardent follower of the ethics of the legal profession. Behaving like a crooked character, criminally minded character who has no respect for the right of accused persons, no principles, no morals, no integrity, no honor. And we are saying that we want the world to know what happened in court. And even beyond what happened in court, we have very useful evidence that will convince the whole world about how evil this Attorney General and the government he represents are, and the desperate lengths they go to pervert the course of justice just to victimize political opponents for cheap political goal scoring. Look, there are two lawyers here, one law student here. Our work is governed by ethics. If you check the legal profession, professional conduct and etiquette rules, LI 2324, okay? Rule 14. I want to read to you Rule 14. This is what it says. Rule 14. It says that, Rule 13, sorry, communication with represented party. A lawyer shall not approach, communicate, or deal with a represented person on a matter or attempt to negotiate or compromise a matter directly with a represented person, except through or with the consent of the lawyer of that represented person. So, Jakpa is a represented person. His lawyer is Tadiosore, in this case. Godfred Dame, who is supposed to be the leader of the bar, knows of this rule. So why will you be engaging him without this lawyer to compromise him, to get him to skew his testimony in a certain way that implicates an innocent man? This is not the only rule of ethics he has breached. Check Rule 40, which is a special responsibility imposed on prosecutors, not lawyers, prosecutors. Special responsibilities of a prosecutor, that's the title. 41, where a lawyer acts as a prosecutor, the lawyer shall act resolutely and honorably within the limits of the law and shall treat the court or tribunal with candor, fairness, courtesy, and respect. Calling and meeting a represented accused person at odd hours, impressing on him, seeking to coerce him, to fabricate and falsify his testimony against an innocent man. How is that acting resolutely and honorably? But the most important one, Rule 54, integrity of evidence. This is what it says. A lawyer shall not advise or suggest to a witness to give false testimony. To give false testimony. This is the responsibility of lawyers. And so you see, this conduct by the, and I'm relying on it because this is uncontroverted evidence. Dame was there. He could have objected. He didn't object. He could have moved the court to strike it out.
Anything when
this is the record. It's not there.
In court. And
because he knows he's guilty. That is it.
Aspect of
it. So once you did not debate it, yes, you did not dispute it, it is as good as being admitted. You understand? And I'm saying that this is professional misconduct. This is unethical. This is a disgrace. Godfred Dame is a walking disgrace of the legal profession.
In his statement, he said the Republic
hallowed office.
The Republic has never required or desired the cooperation of any of the accused persons in the matter, in which it has already succeeded in establishing.
Why didn't he say it in court? This is press release to Alfred Okansi and the media. Look, Jakpa was testifying under oath, meaning that whatever he's saying, if he lies, he goes to jail for perjury. Is Dame testifying under oath? Is he even speaking to a judge in court?
Well, this was a press statement after the...
Anybody can write anything in a press statement. It's gibberish. I'm saying that when your accuser was sitting in front of you in that box, why couldn't you say this? Why couldn't he deny? Because the accuser dared him that if you want, dare me. He is a coward. He's lying. And we are going to put out indisputable evidence which will let you know that this man is just a criminally minded, crooked character who is just lying. Yes. Look, he says that to obfuscate, even before I get there, let me demonstrate to you again that his conduct is not only unbecoming of a lawyer, not to talk of an attorney general, it is not only unprofessional and unethical, but also criminal. Because if you check the Criminal Offences Act of Ghana 1960, Act 29, Section 213 and 214, if a lawyer can help me, it talks about fabrication of evidence. Yeah. You can't bring any circumstance to exist which deceives a judge or a court about the existence of something which is not there. It is called fabrication of evidence. So if you are telling an accused person to come and bear false testimony against an innocent man, what you're seeking to do is that you want to fabricate evidence to deceive a court, and that is a criminal offense. And that is why I've been using the word criminally minded attorney general. I want you to know that I'm not here to attack anybody without sufficient grounds. And I want to put on record that Godfred Dame will be the first attorney general who will not only be reported to the General Legal Counsel for professional misconduct, but will be prosecuted.
You're going to
prosecuted for fabrication of evidence, which is a crime. Mark my words, this is going to happen. Now let's go to his wishy-washy defense. They issue a statement number one. They say they have never met the gentleman. In one breath, they've never met him. In another breath, they say that, oh, this meeting the guy is talking about was part of plea bargaining. So did you meet him or you didn't meet him? Now, if you are talking about plea bargaining, let me demonstrate to you. And Paul Adomoche and his likes should be listening for free education.
If you look at
that plea bargaining does not even arise in this matter, is a total red herring. Let me educate them. Look, plea bargaining has been introduced into our Criminal and Other Offences Act by Act 1079. It governs how plea bargaining is done. Section 162A3 says this: where the accused person is represented by counsel, the plea negotiations shall be between the prosecutor and counsel for the accused person. So the letter they are bandying about, what is being circulated, which is a letter from Big C to the Attorney General, that you are prosecuting our agents. They didn't beg the Attorney General to forgive them. He said, you are prosecuting our agents. We are not a party to the action. We can't defend ourselves. But this matter can tarnish our hard-earned reputation. And therefore, we want to settle. You claim that the ambulances we supplied has occasioned you a financial loss. Ship the ambulances back to us. Let's pay you your financial loss of 2 million euros. Is this Mr. Jakpa begging Godfred Dame to drop a case? It's a proposal for settlement. And the law allows for that. Then the Attorney General, listen, writes a letter dated 24th May. I'll give you this letter too. Dated 24th May 2023, last year. And says that we wish to inform you that the terms of your proposal are unacceptable. So he rejects the proposal. A revised proposal is sent. He rejects it again. So plea negotiations never began. Let me put it on record. There's not been any plea negotiations in this matter. A proposal for settlement was made by Big C's through Jakpa, third accused, who adopted the proposal. Right? The Attorney General says, I don't accept it. So the plea negotiations never happened. In fact, if the plea negotiations had even started, right, the judge would have just given them 30 days to reach an agreement and inform the courts. After 30 days, it expires. So let's even assume, I have demonstrated to you that the Attorney General rejected it. So the negotiations was not even initiated. But assuming without admitting that there were even negotiations, it would have ended in 2024, maybe June, July. 2023. The calls and meetings we are talking about happened a few weeks ago. I'm giving you breaking news here.
The calls
the evidence will be putting out. I'm giving you a hint. It didn't happen any 1 month in any 1 month.
It happened a few weeks ago.
Yes. So where does plea bargain come here? And in any case, the letter from Big C's was signed by their lawyer. The letter from Jakpa, third accused, to the Attorney General, saying that this is our proposal for settlement, was signed by Richard Jakpa's lawyer. So assuming that the Attorney General wanted to engage them in plea bargain, won't he engage them through his lawyer? Which is what the plea bargain act is. And lawyer has read to you that they had 30 days. In fact, the judge has ruled in court. You remember that the judge issued a bench warrant for Richard Jakpa. Yes. You know why? Because when he wrote the proposal, he was under the impression that they were going to negotiate. So he was not going to court. At some point, the judge demanded his appearance in court and said, once the 30 days has lapsed, I am continuing the adjudication. So he's opened his case. He is under cross-examination. And whilst under cross-examination, you are having meetings with him under the cover of darkness to falsify his testimony. Answer, just a fixed match. Oh, or only team Kobobo. No, actually play and he say. He is coaching the accused person, answer it this way, so that you can incriminate an innocent man at forcing. He is the one I want to jail and I will set you free. This man is a crooked character. Listen, I want to conclude by telling you this.
Here's the section. I thought you want to read.
Yeah, yes. 213. 213. A person who fabricates 213 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. Okay? A person who fabricates evidence with intent to defeat, obstruct, or pervert the course of justice in a proceeding commits a criminal offense and is liable to the same penalties as if that person had committed perjury in that proceeding. Now, 214 says, a person fabricates evidence if that person causes a circumstance to exist. That is what I'm interested in. Causes a circumstance to exist. Okay? And it goes on and on. With intent to mislead a public officer, judge, or juror acting in the judicial proceeding. So you are causing a circumstance to exist to deceive a judge when you go and tell a witness to give false evidence about an accused person. And that is why the man will not go scot-free. Look, I am saying it here so that my other colleagues can come in. That Honorable Ato Forsen, you know I have a very good relationship with him. Okay? I know. Honorable Ato Forsen is daring Godfred Dame to put out any evidence, video, audio, paper.
He says he has video evidence to that effect.
I'm Robert. He will say anything to go scot-free.
So you are asking.
Show us the evidence where Ato Forsen came to you and said, "My brother, I'm begging you, drop the case against me." Show it, because you see, this one you should not even be issuing threats, because this is an attorney general who is supposed to be exposing suspected criminals that he is prosecuting, who are trying to influence him. Okay, he is supposed to be doing that. So if you have this evidence, this is good evidence. The fact that you will even be concealing that evidence shows he is very corrupt. He doesn't have. Even if that evidence existed, it will not show any wrongdoing on the part of Ato Forsen. Get that clear. That you, a police officer, you come and arrest me, and you put false charges on me, and I come to you and say your charges are trumped up. Stop it, drop it. It is not a crime. It is. He is not a lawyer. He is not under any responsibility not to communicate with a prosecutor. It will not even be a crime. But I am saying that it has never happened that Ato Forsen has gone to Dame to beg him to drop any case. He is only saying this to obfuscate the issues, reduce the matter to NDC MPP football so that he can go scot-free. He can't go scot-free. He should meet Jakpa in court on Tuesday.
You said you are going to
meet
also
Jakpa in court. You know him.
Yeah, I know.
Have you heard that name? Yes, you should meet Jakpa. He has dared him.
You are going
meet him in the box.
Report the Attorney General to the General Legal Council.
Oh, live and colored.
And you would have him also
live and colored.
You're going to court on this matter.
Live and colored. Mark it down.
How much? I mean, you and I. Well, you are a student of law. Yes.
Thank you for staying to PENDREAM TV. Really appreciate your time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed as a new member, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell, like, and also share to other members to watch as well. Make sure you share to other members on your contact list or on your group chats. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.